Being the best possible version of yourself as an individual is a tricky thing to achieve, in no small part because extracting yourself from the larger group, from your tribe, is often considered to be socially unacceptable. I'm Colin Wright, and you are watching Consider This. You're supposed to want to be around other people all the time. You're supposed to want to interact with other people. If you look at every piece of media, every story we've ever been told, the prize at the end of an epic journey is someone else. The solution to a great big problem that we're having is someone else. Something that's really strange if you think about it is that most of us don't know who we are in a vacuum. That is to say, if we didn't have somebody else vying for our time and attention, when would we wake up in the morning? If you didn't have an alarm to set, when would you wake up? What would you eat every day if you didn't have anybody else who wanted to eat with you, if you didn't have any place that you had to be? If there were no outside influences on your life, who would you be? It's a question that a lot of people have trouble answering because from day one, we essentially have people guiding our actions. And then we go to school, and then we go to work, and then we get in a relationship. And all of these things then define us, but they define us from the outside. And very, very seldom do we have the opportunity to define ourselves from the inside out first. This is something that really hit me when I left my more conventional lifestyle back in 2009 and started traveling full time. I realized that I had to define everything about myself, for myself, in the context of myself, without any outside help. And it was a struggle, and it took a really, really long time to figure out who I was and what I actually preferred. Because in a lot of cases, even when we are traveling solo and we don't have anybody directly in our lives, we are defining ourselves for other people. We are living our lives in such a way that it will be shareable and Instagrammable, and so that other people will get why we're doing a certain thing. We're maybe crossing items off of our bucket list because somebody else had this bucket list and we decided that was a good idea, so now these are our bingo scorecard items as well. It may be, though, instead of eating out at a fancy restaurant every night, that you'd prefer to sit and watch Netflix in your PJs while eating a panini. I mean, there's no right or wrong way to do this, but there are ways that we actually prefer to do things. And discovering what these self-preferences are is something that can take a little bit of time and effort. Now, doing this is something that can take time, and it will take time, whether you're able to go to an extreme and really make it a priority in your life, or whether it's something that you can only do from time to time. For most people, what I would recommend is taking the spare moments that you have, taking any time that you can cut out of your everyday, or any time that you can cut out of the weekends, and take some of this time just for you, and figure out what you want to do. Put yourself first. Be selfish, but the good kind of selfish. Because the more you're able to identify who you are and what you actually want, the more fulfilled you will be and the more energized you will be. And as a result, you will be a better part of any group you happen to be a part of as well, whether that's work or whether that's a relationship or whatever. Whether your ideal lifestyle is more thrilling adventure or Netflix and panini is irrelevant. What is relevant is that you take the time to discover it. Because being more yourself than ever before in your life is a value add to everything else that you do. It's one of the very few investments that you can make that pays dividends in every single aspect of your lifestyle. If you like this video, you can like, you can share, you can subscribe. You can find me elsewhere on Instagram and Twitter and Tumblr and Snapchat and Vine and pretty much everywhere at Colin is my name. And you can find out more about me and go check out my list of books that I've written as well at colin.io.